Power audio amplifier IC LM380. Features of LM380: internally fixed gain of 50, that is 34 dB. Output is automatically self-centering to one half of the supply voltage. Output is short circuit proof with internal thermal limiting. Input stage allows the input to be grounded or AC coupled. Wide supply voltage range from 5 to 22 volts. High peak current capability, high input impedance, low total harmonic distortion, and it has a bandwidth of 100 kilohertz at Pout is equal to 2 watts and RL equal to 8 ohm. Introduction. The small signal amplifiers are voltage amplifiers that supply their loads with large amplifier signal voltage. On the other hand, large signal or power amplifier supply a large signal current to the current operated loads such as speaker and motors. In audio application, however, the amplifier called upon to deliver much higher current than that supplied by general purpose op-amp. This means that loads such as speakers and motor requiring substantial current cannot be driven directly by the output of general purpose operational amplifiers. However, there are two possible solutions. First one is to use discrete or monolithic power transmitter called power booster at the output of the op-amp. Second one, to use specialized IC designed as power amplifiers. So this is a pin diagram of LM380 and this is a block diagram of LM380. The first one is bypass, second one is non-inverting terminal, third, fourth, fifth and 12, 11, 10th pins are ground, 7th pin are ground, and 13 and 9th pin are no connection. Then 6th is inverting input, 14th pin is supply voltage, 8th pin is output voltage. So this is a functional block diagram of audio power amplifier, and here this one is a shared current mirror, and this Q1 and Q2 is a PNP emitter follower, and this one is a R4 connection. Here it is a differential pair, and here a capacitor is connected between the base and the collector of the emitter, common emitter transistor Q9. So here you have taken output, and this is the ground pin, which is generally connected to heat sink pins, and here you have a bypass. So it consists of 4 stages. First one is PNP emitter follower. Second one is differential amplifier. Sorry, here spelling mistake. And then common emitter. Then emitter follower. The first one is PNP emitter follower. So this is the input stage as a PNP emitter follower, that is Q1 and Q2, which drives the PNP, Q3 and Q4 differential pair. The choice of the PNP input transistor Q1 and Q2 allow the input to be reference to ground. That is, the input can be directly coupled to either the inverting and non-inverting terminal of the amplifier. Next one, differential amplifier. The current in the PNP differential amp pair Q3, Q4 is established by Q7, R3 and supply voltage. The current mirror formed by transistor Q7, Q8 and associated resistor then establish the collector current of Q9. Transistor Q5 and Q6 constitute of collector loads for the PNP differential pair. The output of the differential pair is taken at the junction of Q4 and Q6 transistor and is supplied as an input to the common emitter voltage gain. So the third stage is common emitter stage, is formed by transistor Q9 with D1, D2 and Q8 as a current source load. The capacitor C between the base and the collector of the Q9 provides internal compensation and helps to establish upper cutoff frequency of 100 kHz. Since Q7 and Q8 forms a current mirror, the current through D1 and D2 is approximately the same as current through R3. D1 and D2 are temperature compensating diode for transistor Q10 and Q11. In that, D1 and D2 have the same characteristics as base emitter junction of Q11. Therefore, the current through Q2, Q10 and Q11, Q12 is approximately equal to current through diode D1 and D2. Last stage is output stage, that is emitter follower, that is formed by NPN transistor Q10 and Q11. The combination of PNP transistor Q11 and NPN transistor Q12 has the power capability of an NPN transistor but the characteristics of PNP transistor. The negative DC feedback applied through R5 balances the differential amplifier so that the DC output voltage is stabilized at plus V by 2. To decouple the input stage from the supply voltage plus V by bypass capacitor in order of microfarad should be connected between the bypass terminal pin 1 and ground pin 7. Overall, internal gain of the amplifier is fixed at 50. However, the gain can be increased by using positive feedback. So here I have a speaker connected to the audio power amplifier LM380 to one capacitor through two capacitors and one resistor. This amplifier requires very few external components because of internal biasing, compensation and fixed gain. When the power amplifier is used in non-inverting configuration, the inverting terminal may be either shorted to ground through resistor and capacitor. Similarly, when the power amplifier is used in the inverting mode, the non-inverting terminal may be either shorted or grounded uh, through resistor or capacitor. Usually, a capacitor is connected between the input terminal and the ground if the input has high internal impedance. As a precautionary measure, RC combination should be used at the output terminal 8 to eliminate 5 to 10 MHz oscillation. C1 is a coupling capacitor which couples the output of the amplifier to the 8 ohm loudspeaker which act as a load. The amplifier will amplify the Vin applied at the non-inverting terminal.